All right then.
Sound? No sound?
Let's roll on it if he gives something.
All right.
Yeah.
I actually really like Pierre David's vision for the film, which was take horror material and not make a horror movie out of it. I like horror movies, but I don't think I like a lot of horror movies. There's not a lot of films in the genre I really love, and especially now, you know, with the Saw movies and there's so many generic-looking horror movies.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pierre David said to me, "You're making terms of endearment," and I'm like, "Wow!" I got jazzed by that idea. I'm like, "Good."
It's a psychological thriller, and there's a lot of twists in it, and a lot of things that you don't expect. And I really liked it that it wasn't the typical. Everything doesn't necessarily work out perfect, so that kind of really attracted my attention.
A little bit. Now it feels too like this. Yeah. It feels like you're going like this.
Kind of wanted to take the audience on a bit of a trip, you know, where it's not so easy, like you were saying, to pick out who's good and who's bad in every single moment. You know, even though he's definitely not the protagonist of the film, there are times when I hope there could be some sympathy for him, or some, you know, people see a different side of him as opposed to just Killer Tom.
I think once we got it in their head, we're not making a horror movie, everyone got on the same page. And to me, again, that was the most inspiring thing about making this movie.
And give him a beat after his first line. Action.
Okay, I'm coming out alive.
Especially for a movie about a killer family. I mean, Jesus, Texas Chainsaw Massacres, there's The Devil's Rejects, you name it. You know, I read on Dread Central, oh, not another movie about a killer family. You know, it's like, I couldn't agree more.
So knife goes in,
Did you
cut
find
right
the
to his
beginning?
face.
Yeah.
As soon as it hits, we cut.
Yeah,
So
to the face.
That worked very well.
Yeah.
Cut. Thank you.
How has it been working with Stephen McHattie?
It's been really, really fun. He's an intimidating man, but you know, he's been doing this a long time, and I've only worked with him, you know, we shot the movie in 15 days, and I've only worked with him a couple of days, but I've definitely learned a lot from him in the past few days, and he's amazing at playing that part. I think he does that part a lot, because he's so intimidating, and it works beautifully in the film.
There's a lot to learn from him as an actor too, which is really nice, you know. Gives a lot in the scenes. And then the opportunities I've had to watch him when I'm not in the scene has been huge, huge learning experience, which is great.
Gorgeous. You are gorgeous.
The spaghetti western shot on you. Shoot the own style.
There.
Oh, okay, so.
And what about Barbara Niven, who plays Gaia?
She's been fantastic too. She's been so great.
She's the mom of the movie.
She's very much
really
yeah.
is.
I lost my script one day and she's like, "Oh, well, I'll help you find it." And she found it right away. I'd be looking for 45 minutes ago.
In the coffee
I was looking
cupboards
in the
and, like,
coffee cupboards and in the bread box. She was like, "It's right here, silly."
It's on the counter.
Such an idiot.
The moment, the great one on his face. Then we get the fall. Then we get the fall without but she's got to pull the knife out of the blood. I'll be so low, you won't see the knife. I'll be low. I'll be like this. We got it. Okay. And then you're like. So you're gonna. Here.
I'm gonna stab him. I'm gonna kick him to take him
Good.
out.
Right.
Where's the blood now?
Sorry, 1 second. Yeah. Thinking maybe one scene whatever. Maybe one thing. So I think you just. Wait. Steven falls. I'm gonna stay on you. Yeah, I know. We're waiting for Steven.
Can I see for exposure?
Okay. Well, let's roll. And we'll tell us later.
It's Jaws. It's Jaws. It's Jaws with a broken shark. And what happens is you don't see the shark a lot, and the less is more. And yeah, it all becomes about the actors. I made my first feature film. It took me 2 years to make my first feature film. To shoot it, I was in pre-production, production, and post-production making Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. Same with Harry Knuckles and the Pearl Necklace. 2 years to shoot it. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, it's good.
Can we cut for a second?
Yeah.
You read about movie making, how movies are shot in such a small amount of time. I didn't think we could do it, and I'm glad we got through it. 30 days now is a luxury. I mean, 30 days, like, thinking back 30 days, oh my God, I would love to have 30 days to shoot a movie.
I think in 15 days, because the crew is so small here, and it's such long days and whatnot, you're able to develop relationships with people that maybe, you know, you wouldn't have on something that was a larger budget or much more time to film on. So, you know, on this one, I think, again, with lower budget films, you a lot of times get people that really, really want to do this, and they're really passionate about it, and it helps a lot. You can throw yourself into it because it's only 15 days. You know, it's not, if it's a dark, depressing role, it's not 3 months of dark depression. It's 15 days, you deal with it, you put everything into it, and then you get to wrap up and go home.
Yeah, because of the tight schedule, we're shooting it closer to sort of a TV series pace. So I had a bit of, you know, I was a bit forewarned in terms of how much you have to come in prepared and ready to go, and that you can't be blowing a lot of takes figuring it out. You know, you have to come in with a bit of an idea and something to commit to and go for it.
Okay, so the pocket goes back on.
Yeah.
Hopefully for the last one.
This is it. This is the.
I hope so, because I mean I'm out of reshoots. I'm out of two-way tape. You know what I mean?
This thing in the middle, is that the final position? Yeah. So you put the lamp not in the center.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see the? It'd be nice if we could establish this.
It's undone, yeah, like this. Oh, yeah. Maybe we start on that. Maybe that's great, Peter. We start on that open, and then we go up to the.
That's cool.
And that's his last scene. We're shooting next.
I think that, like Ashley was saying, you know, that it is a small crew and it's a tight crew, and people are really committed to it. There's a really good atmosphere on set, and I feel like I'm sort of buoyed by everyone and fueled by everyone, because everyone's going, so that a 16-hour day can go by and there hasn't been a point in the day where I was like, oh, I gotta crash. You know, you just keep going and going.
So I got Stephen McHattie here.
Yes, you do.
Who plays the omnipotent force of evil in the picture. So, Stephen, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit about your take on the character and sort of what you were thinking and what you wanted to bring to him. You know?
Well, I was trying to. What I was going for was a guy who's an idealist. You know, he expects an ideal wife and ideal children, and when he doesn't get it, all hell breaks loose.
We're in our last 4 days. We're finally in the cellar. Ashley's performance is pretty intense, so we're all trying to be a little hush-hush in terms of her preparation. And it's looking the way it should. That basement looks amazing. Angie's doing a great job with the makeup. Lighting's really swell. Yeah, so we're ready to, after this shot, we're gonna get on Tom.
Alright, can we do some hot ones?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Hey guys,
You gonna eat?
The sun comes out.
Yeah.
Elegant Street Diner?
Realism.
Less is more.
I mean, I hope censorship doesn't make me cut something, because it's really powerful.
Okay, now we'll do this time for the quick.
I'll grab the mic out.